Good afternoon, colleagues. I'm going to present a lesson on English structure, grade 8. The lesson will be based on a direct speech. Direct speech is one way of showing the actual words spoken by a person or people.
Awera record kwa evidina. So then mama nyausa record.
You know what you know about Olama. You want to be reading what is on the knee.
Oh.
Sometimes you find that you say something.
Oh, so so. Margarita awatara. Then you hold your side right. Then Margarita this also.
Okay.
Then matabu baragabotu about.
The lesson will be based on a direct speech. We first need to know what direct speech is. This refers to a way of showing actual words spoken by a person or people. Those are the words which are spoken by the person or people. The examples are: Mary said, "It is too difficult for me." So, the words it's too difficult for me are the actual words spoken by Mary. And these are the ones we say to be direct. Example number 2, "Stop talking," shouted the teacher. The words "stop talking" are the actual words spoken by the teacher. So, this is a direct speech. In direct speech, the actual words spoken are placed between inverted commas. Those are quotation marks. Speech tags can come before or after the words which are spoken, the actual words which are spoken by a person. There are rules to consider when we are dealing with a direct speech. The first rule has 4 components. This is rule number 1. If the speech tag comes before the direct speech, when the speech tag comes before the direct speech, number 1, we put a comma after a speech tag. For example, Muvita said, we put a comma. I want to go to Lusaka. So, I want to go to Lusaka. Those are the actual words spoken by Muvita. Then, it starts with a speech tag. Muvita said, that's the speech tag. So, after the speech tag, we have put a comma. Rule number 2. We open the inverted commas before the first word of the direct speech. For example, Nawa asked, "Where is my ruler?" Nawa asked, "Where is my ruler?" So, before the actual words where, we open the speech mark, just like the way it is shown in the what. Then rule number 3, We begin the direct speech with a capital letter. For example, Robert said, "My pen has stopped writing." So this one, my, is there. It starts with a capital letter. This is the one we are saying that we always begin the direct speech with a capital letter. And rule number 4, we close the inverted commas after the final punctuation mark of the direct speech. For example, Mumba said, "It is very hot today." After the actual words which were spoken, we have put a full stop. Then after the full stop, that's when you put the closing quotation marks to show that the sentence has ended. Okay, rule number 2. If the speech tag comes after the direct speech, A, we open the inverted commas before the first word of the direct speech. For example, "Where is my ruler?" Nawa asked. So the word where is the first, and the first letter of the word where is written in a capital letter because it opens the actual words. Number 2, that is B. We begin the direct speech with a capital letter. For example, "Where are you going?" he asked. So the word where starts with a capital letter. C. We close the inverted commas after the last punctuation mark of the direct speech. For example, "It is raining outside," Mutinta said. So after we've put a full stop, that's when we put a closing inverted comma on a direct speech. And D, we add the speech tag beginning with the small letter and ending with a full stop. For example, "It is very hot today," said Mumba. So what we mean here is, on said we've used the small letter and then we've ended with a full stop. If we had started with Mumba said, we could have started the speech tag with a capital letter because Mumba is a what? It's a noun. Another rule is when a direct speech is a statement, we use a comma instead of a full stop. For example, "My school is near," said Vene. My school is near. This is a statement. Then we put a comma. After the comma, we close, and then we go to what? To said Vene. That is what is meant here. And if the direct speech is a question or an exclamation, we use a question mark or exclamation mark. For example, "My ring," exclaimed Nancy. So in this sentence, we have used an exclamation mark because it's an exclamation. Example number 2, "Who stole my pen?" Peter asked. Who stole my pen is a question, So we have ended it with a question mark. That is what is meant when we say we use a question mark or an exclamation mark. This marks the end of my video. Thank you, colleagues, for watching the video. And all the best.